The lesson is on Certificate Physical and Human Geography by G. C. Leong. Gochen Leong. Gochen Leong. So here I will discuss today only the contents of the book. What will we learn from this book? Contents: metric conversion table. Part 1 Physical Geography included these chapters. Number 1, the Earth and the Universe. Exploring the universe. Number 1, the solar system, the shape of the Earth, evidence of the Earth's sphericity, the Earth's movements, day and night, the Earth's revolution, dawn and twilight, mathematical location of places on the globe, latitude, longitude and time, standard time and time zones, the international deadline, questions and exercises, selected Cambridge questions. So we will learn from this number 1 chapter, the Earth and the universe, and the next chapter is the Earth crust. Here we will learn the structure of the Earth, the classification of rocks, igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, metamorphic rocks, the influence of rock types on landscape, Earth movements and the major landforms, types of mountains, types of plateaus, types of plains. So we will learn from this chapter the Earth crust, and the next chapter is volcanism and earthquakes, landforms associated with volcanic activities, landforms of igneous intrusions, the origin of volcanoes, types of volcanoes, extrusive landforms, some volcanic eruptions, the distribution of volcanoes in the world, geysers and hot springs, earthquakes, some major earthquakes, the distribution of earthquakes, questions and exercises, right? So we will learn number 3 chapter was volcanism and earthquakes. Number 4 chapter, weathering, mass movement and groundwater. Weathering, mass movement, groundwater, the water table, springs and wells, question and exercises, right? So we will learn weathering, mass movement and groundwater in the 4th chapter. Number 5th chapter, landform made by running water, the development of river system, the mechanism of humid erosion, the process of river action, river erosion and transportation, the course of a river, river rejuvenation, the human aspects of rivers, question and exercises. So we will learn from the 5th chapter, landforms made by running water. Number 6 chapter, landforms of glaciation, the ice age and the types of ice masses, landforms of the highland glaciation, landforms of glaciated lowlands, human aspects of glaciated landforms, question and exercises. So we will learn from the 6th chapter, landforms of glaciation. Number 7 chapter is arid or desert landforms, arid and desert landforms, types of desert, the mechanism of the arid erosion, landforms of the wind erosion in deserts, landforms of the wind erosion in deserts, landform due to war action in deserts, question and exercises 61. So we learn arid or desert landforms. Number 8, limestone and chalk landforms. Limestone and chalk, characteristics, features of the crust region, the major limestone regions of the world, human activities in crust regions, question and exercises. Number 9, next, general, the formation and origin of lakes, lakes and man, question and exercises. Number 10, coastal landforms, the action of waves, tides and currents, the mechanism of marine erosion, coastal features of erosion, coastal features of deposition, types of coast, coastlines of emergence, questions and exercises. So next chapter we learn island and coral reefs, general, the coral reefs, types of coral reef, the potable origin of coral reef, question and exercise 83. Number 12, the oceans, exploring the oceans, the relief in the ocean, the deposits of the ocean floor, salinity of the ocean, the temperature of the ocean water, the movements of the ocean currents, the circulation of the Atlantic Ocean, the circulation of the Pacific Ocean, the Indian Ocean circulation, questions and exercises, selected Cambridge questions. So we will learn the part 1 is physical geography, and next part is the weather, climate and vegetation. So chapter is number 13, weather. The difference between climate and weather. The elements of weather and climate: rainfall, pressure, temperature, humidity, wind, sunshine, clouds, other elements pertaining to visibility, question and exercises. Next chapter is climate. The atmosphere, insolation, elements of climate, factors affecting them, temperature, factor influencing temperature, precipitation, rainfall, pressure and planetary winds, land and sea breeze and monsoons, fohn wind or chinook wind, cyclonic activity, climatic types and natural vegetation, world climatic types, questions and exercise. Selected Cambridge question number 15. The hot, wet equatorial climate, distribution, climate, vegetation, factors affecting the development of equatorial regions, questions and exercises. Number 16. The tropical monsoon and the tropical marine climates, distribution, seasons of the tropical marine climate, the retreating monsoon, tropical marine climate, tropical monsoon forest, agricultural development in monsoon lands, question and exercises. Number 17. The Savannah and Sudan climate, distribution, climate of the Sudan type, natural vegetation, animal life of the Savannah, human life in the Savannah, problem, prospects and development of the Savannah, question and exercises. Number 18. The hot desert and mid-latitude desert climates, distribution, climate condition in the mid-latitude deserts, desert vegetation, life in the desert, questions and exercises. Number 19 chapter, the warm temperature, western margin, Mediterranean climate, distribution, climate, natural vegetation, economic development of the Mediterranean regions, question and exercises. Number 20. The temperature, continental steppe climate, distribution, climate, natural vegetation, economic development, question and exercises. Number 21. Warm, temperate, eastern margin China type climate, distribution, climate, natural vegetation, economic development, question and exercises. Number 22. The cool temperature, western margin British type climate, distribution, climate, natural vegetation, economic development, questions and exercises. Number 23. The cool temperature continental Siberian climate, distribution, climate, natural vegetation, economic development, questions and exercises. Number 24. The cool temperate eastern margin Laurentian climate, distribution, climate, economic development, fishing, question and exercises. Number 25. The Arctic or polar climate, distribution, climate, tundra vegetation, the importance and recent development in the Arctic region, questions and exercises, selected Cambridge questions. So thank you all of you. So we will learn from two chapters. Number 1 is part 1 physical geography, part 2 weather, climate and vegetation. So we will discuss in sequentially day by day from the book of certificate physical and human geography by G.C. Leong. Thank you for joining.